email marketing is shit if you treat it as shit. But when done right, it brings wonders. Hey guys, I'm Omar. Welcome to the official channel of OAK Email Marketing. We help real estate agents to turn more leads into clients with better lead nurturing through email. And being someone who has talked to a lot of agents, I know things that agents don't do or do that makes them lose more clients and more money. So this video is basically going to be about the 3 things that you need to do if you want to convert more leads into clients with email marketing. Now first of all, remember, email marketing is not about quick sales. It is about building a relationship and trust with your audience, and those 2 things takes time. So you need to be patient and consistent with email marketing. So the first thing on my list is the first thing that your audience will see, and that is the subject line. You might not notice this, but 47% of your audience open your email based solely on the subject line. So that means if your subject line is not good, then you lose 47% of your potential clients. Because if they don't open it, then everything inside the email goes to waste, and there you lose the deal. Now here are the mistakes that most agents make. The first one being using vague and generic subject line. Now for example, this subject line which just says new listing updates for brokerage name. Now this will not interest the people because they want something that is relevant to them. So instead of writing this, you can write new homes in specific neighborhood that your audience is interested in. Now this will trigger their minds. They will literally see an opportunity. You might have a lot of value in that email, but if your subject line just says weekly update, then all of that goes to waste. And the next mistake that agents make in subject line is making it too long. Email shows only the first 40 to 50 characters of your subject line to your audience. So if in those 40 to 50 characters you don't tell them everything about the email or why they should open it, then they are not going to open it. And if it exceeds that limit, they're not going to read it fully. They're going to be confused. And when your audience gets confused, that is when you lose them. Now here's how you can do it correctly. The first thing that you need to do is to keep your subject lines below 40 characters because most of your audience will read the email on their phones, and phones only show the first 40 characters of your subject line. So that is the limit that you have to keep in mind. The next thing that you want to make sure in your subject line is that it is clear and understandable for the audience. And the third thing that you can do is to create FOMO. Now a lot of your audience have FOMO, fear of missing out. So when you give them urgency, they will not want to miss out on it, and they will read the email, they will take action. But here's what you need to keep in mind. Don't fake the urgency, because if you keep faking it, at a point your audience will get it, and they will know you as a liar and not someone trustworthy, and that ruins your real estate career. And the fourth thing that you need to do for your subject line is to always A/B test it. For example, write 2 subject lines for one email, one based on facts and the other based on emotions, and see which one does better. And the one that does better is the one you need to use again and again. Now coming to the second thing that your audience will see, and that is the email. And the one thing that matters to those audience is personalization. Trust me, I have seen agents send out emails that feel like they're written for no one but sent to everyone, and that ruins their email marketing. Your audience don't want to see some generic shit in your email. They want to see what is written for them, not broadcasted to every single person. Studies have shown that personalized email gets 29% more open rates than ones that are generic. Personalization is not just adding a name to the email. For example, giving first name in the subject line or in the first line of the email. It is way more than that. Some agents literally blast the same email to buyers, to sellers, to lookers, to people who are interested, to people who are not interested, and then they think why they are getting any open rates, because most of the people only want to see the messages that are written for them. So the thing that you need to do to fix personalization is there are a lot of people in your email list, and all of them are not the same. There are buyers, there are sellers, there are people who are interested, who are not interested, there are people from different neighborhoods, and you want to send a message to all of them, so you need to segment it. Write one email for the buyers, write another for the sellers, write different emails for people in different neighborhoods, and that is personalization, and that converts leads into clients. You can also segment your audience based on behavior. For example, if they read your email, they go into one segment. If they don't read your email, they go into another segment. If they are inactive, they go into a third segment. Now coming to the third thing that will help you convert your leads into clients with email, and that is the one and only automation. Now bear in mind, you might have heard of this a lot of times, but it's surprising to see a lot of you using it completely wrong. You know, automation, people think that automation is about replacing human efforts with AI efforts or robot efforts. Well, that is not the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to only continue consistency. It is not about replacing you, it is about helping you to stay consistent, because you might have seen a lot of your prospects forgetting about you or ghosting you, while in reality you're the one ghosting them. You forgot about them because you were busy. Automation helps you solve that problem. It helps you keep up with those forgotten prospects and turn them into clients. Right now as we speak, there are literally a lot of people in your inbox that you forgot to catch up with, and automation helps you to solve that. Well, you don't need to send generic spam messages to all of your email list with automation. You can segment your automations by lead type. For example, if someone ignored you, then the automation sends an automatic message to them, which gets them back into the flow. Now, the third mistake that most agents make is that their automation sounds like robots. Now, your audience don't want to talk to some robots. They want to talk to you. They want to talk to a human. And using automation, many people replace that human sound with robotic sound. But that is how you get it wrong. And I will teach you how to fix it right now. Now here's how you do it correctly. The first thing that you need to make sure to do is to only use automations to maintain consistency, not to replace your human sound. I will give you 4 examples of how to use automation to convert your leads into clients. Now the first automation is about welcoming your prospect into the email list. This builds up trust with them and makes them feel like you are going to provide value to them and that they are valuable to you. For example, someone signs up into your email list. Within 24 hours they receive an email from you which is automated. It uses their name and how they got into the email list, like their platform from which they signed up to it, and it builds rapport with them. And you can ask a very quick question in it and they will be engaged. Now the next automation that I'm going to tell you about, warm lead nurture. It is from day 1 of signing up to day 14 or 15 even. Now what you do in these automations is you send value-packed emails to them. For example, you've already written some value-packed emails, and for example, for buyers, for sellers, and different types of people. Now, if they are a buyer, they will receive the ones that are written for buyers. If they are sellers, they will receive the ones that are written for the sellers. And that is how you use the warm lead nurture automation. Now, the third automation that you can use is to re-engage the cold leads in your email list. Now, if someone has been ignoring your emails for some time, about 30 days, the automation will send an automatic message to them which will bring them back into it. The example is below. Now the fourth automation that I'm going to tell you about is the post-meeting automation. It basically sends an email to your client after you have talked to them over a call or something. Now this just doesn't happen automatically. You need to transfer the lead in your CRM from like the one to talk to. You have probably have different columns in it, and the automation will detect it and send a message to you. Now here's the 3 things that you need to include in every automation. The first is human tone. I told you about it. They don't want to hear a robot, they want to hear a human. Now the second thing is personal reference. Mention how they got into the email list, what they know about them. Try to collect every information about them and put it into the automation. And the third thing is, don't just add call to actions, add questions to them. And basically questions that are easy to answer, because they don't want to write a full big long answer to them, because most of your audience don't have time. Automation is not about replacing you, it is about helping you to keep consistent with your leads, and the ones who use it right are the ones who convert the most leads with it. Now there's one last thing that you need to know about email marketing before you hop off this video, and that is everything I just covered in this video are just the basics, and they can help you a lot, but there is so much more to email marketing, and that is what me and my agency helps you to do. So if you want to talk about how we can help you, the link is in the description. You can go and book a meeting with me right now. Now that was it for today. Go get it.